You can create and add a res card from anywhere in the profile by selecting the res card icon in the toolbar at the top of your screen, or you can select the res card tab within the profile and select add on the right hand side. You'll want to start by entering the information at the top of your res card. Your create date will default to today's date. Your agent will default based on your user login. If you are logged in as SYSDBA, this will be blank and you will need to add an agent. Status will default to active. You'll want to make sure that you do select a reservation cycle. This is what we call a user-defined field, which means that your agency can customize what appears in this dropdown. In this particular case, we're going to go ahead and say that this is booked. Your marketing source, another user-defined field that can be customized for your agency. You can contact your database administrator and they can add these options for you. We'll say that this particular trip came from a cruise night that we did. If this has to do with a group or is associated with a group, you can also add a group name as well. The trip name you'll want to enter, which is a free flow field for you to give a description about this particular trip. We'll go ahead and say this is an anniversary cruise and maybe they're going next year. You want to select your region and destination, which are great internal marketing fields for your marketing. You'll want to select region first, and when you select your region first, your destination will be specific to your region. So again, we'll go ahead and select our region first, and then our destinations will be very specific to our region. You do not want to enter your start and end dates here. Those are going to be entered when we enter the reservation, which I'll show you in just a second. While you can enter them there, you will also need to add them in the reservation as well. You'll notice down my travelers have already been pre-populated for me. This is set by my database administrator. If you need to add or edit the travelers, just select the travelers button. You can unselect travelers. Those came from the travelers within my profile. You can add additional travelers either to the res card or just to the res card and profile. You can also search and link travelers from other profiles. We have a separate recording on adding, linking, and unlinking travelers located on our website, which I'll show you at the end. We're going to go ahead and say just mom and dad are going for their anniversary cruise. And once I've deselected the kids, I'm going to go ahead and apply to save my changes. So now we have started our res card. What you'll want to do now is down below, you'll notice a series of tabs, the first one being reservations. Now we want to add our reservation information. So on the right-hand side, I'm going to select add. And again, we're going to just start filling in the blanks. Up at the top, you'll notice that this is separated into a reservation, and almost right in the middle, you'll notice service provider. We're going to start with our reservation information at the top. Again, the date is going to default to your computer date. Your booking status will default to confirmed. And now you want to enter your vendor. We're going to use Princess Cruises today. Just like you search for a client's profile with just a few letters of the last name, search for that profile with just a few letters of the vendor name. We'll go ahead and start typing in Princess, select the drop-down, and then select our vendor. Now, if you are going to launch Live Connect, this box will come up where you can launch it and bring in the information for you from either Polar or Sabre Cruise or other cruise booking engines. Today, we're going to manually build our reservation, so we're going to go ahead and cancel out of here. Again, there is a recording on how to book a Live Connect reservation, and I will show you that at the end. Your cruise category should default, your travel category should default, in this case to cruise. We'll go ahead and enter our confirmation number. We're going to go over to our booking method and our reservation status. These are both those user-defined fields, which means your options can be customized within your drop-down. And our reservation status we'll say is confirmed. Now these three fields, duration, number of travelers, and number of cabins, these are going to change slightly depending on the type of travel you're doing. So with a cruise, of course, we'll have the number of cabins. If we were maybe entering a hotel, you'll notice now these fields are number of nights, number of travelers, number of rooms. So these fields may change slightly. We're going to go ahead and just put in our most basic pricing by putting in a base fare. We'll go ahead and put in the tax, and we'll go ahead and put in the commission amount. Base plus tax equals your total. You'll also notice that it is listed over here on the right-hand side in the blue box as well. Now down below, we have our service provider information. This information is the details of your reservation. This also is a recorded training. To get more information on service providers, you will want to watch that recorded training. We're going to continue to concentrate on our reservation information up at the top with our additional tabs. Next to our general, we have more taxes, if you would want to split out your taxes. Expanded fare info, which gives you the ability to have a markup or a discount, also gives you the ability for a fare savings information. Your payment due dates, these are very important and will flow into other areas of your invoicing and that type of thing within your res card. So we'll go ahead and say maybe the deposit's due on the 18th and the final, let's say, is not due actually until next year. From here, you can also create reminders right away. You can also come down and enter actually the deposit amount if there's a deposit amount that needs to be paid in the form of payment. Your ITIN and invoice remarks, these are remarks that will print on your itineraries and your invoices. You are certainly able to copy and paste off the website. Always, if you're manually entering them, check your spelling because, again, they do print on your itineraries and your invoices. Your agent remarks, right next to ITIN and invoice remarks, these are just remarks that you can enter. Your clients will not see these. They will not print on any documents. So just a free flow area for you or somebody else if you're working in an office with multiple agents to be able to see some remarks about this particular reservation. You also have more fields. More fields gives your agency the ability to create custom fields for information that's not stored anywhere else in client base. And then edit history, the last tab. This gives you the ability to go in and look at some of that history of things that have changed over the course of the reservation. Moving back to the general tab, I'm going to go ahead and click OK to save my changes. I'm going to apply to save my changes again. So now we have our reservation for our Princess Cruise, and you can have multiple reservations in your res card. You'll want to remember that one res card equals one trip. So you can have one reservation, one component of that trip, or you could have multiple components of that trip. We can say maybe if they booked separate insurance from Princess Cruise, we can add another reservation by selecting Add on the right-hand side. Let's say they took TravelX insurance. We can go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this for Live Connect by entering it manually. Enter our confirmation number. We'll come down to our amount, enter again our base and our tax and our commission, either a dollar amount or you can enter percentages if you'd like. We'll go ahead and click OK. And so now we have our TravelX insurance. We have our other component of our trip. Another reservation could be a service fee. If you charge service fees, that's another component. Each of your reservations will have separate dollar amounts and they'll have separate confirmation numbers. I'm going to navigate out to our website, www.trams.com, and select the Training tab on our website. The Training tab gives you a lot of training resources that are available on our website, such as recorded trainings for watching about service providers and Live Connect. We also have live WebEx training classes as well. We have spotlight classes and some documentation. We also have our daily Q&A for questions about how to build a res card. Our Q&As are held Monday through Friday, either at 8:30 in the morning Pacific time, which is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 in the afternoon Pacific time. Our Q&As are just an open forum for you to join a WebEx. There's a trainer on the phone the entire hour, just waiting for you to call in and ask any question to help you with anything that you need with client base, whether it's about a res card or something else. We are there the entire hour. So if you can't join right when that Q&A starts and maybe 15 minutes, half an hour in, we will still be there the entire hour waiting for your questions.